Hello again, this is Dom doing another M14 draft video for MagicGatheringStrat. I just joined the queue and we are good to go. So let's have a look what the first pack has for us. This is an interesting pack. The two cards that stand out for me are Flames of the Firebrand and Howl of the Night pack. These are the two cards I'm looking to going to decide between. Now the decks where Howl of the Night pack goes in are very much limited. So what you basically want to be is you want to have at least 10 forests, preferably more, like 11 to even 13. I heard of from Brian Wong, the co-host of Limited Resources, that he is a big proponent of the almost mono green Howl of the Night pack green control deck, and then just running Lay of the Lands to look for your splash cards like a pacifism or like a Flames. However, I do think that Flames of the Firebrand is a better card if you want to splash it, or it just generally goes into more decks. So I think I'm going to pick that. We're not passing any red, so that's also good. And I do like red a fair amount in many different versions. But let's just see what we get. So here we have the choice between Shock as a follow-up to our Flames of the Firebrand. Claustrophobia will point us into the direction of like blue-red control, or it would even be good in a blue-red tempo deck. And there's also Messenger Drake, which is probably a little bit weaker than Claustrophobia, but not by a lot. But if I would pick a blue card, I would probably go for Claustrophobia here. There's also an argument to be made for Bloodban, just because of the red-black sacrifice deck being a very strong option in this format. However, I think I'm gonna go with Shock, just to decide later on what I want to do. And I think Shock is even in a blue-red control deck, it's only a little bit weaker than Claustrophobia. Maybe even better if you have enough Archaeomancers, or at least on par. And in the black-red sacrifice deck, Bloodban is one of the best outlets, but you still want your cheap removal like Shock and all that stuff. So here we can see the best card in the pack is probably Shift's Embrace, which is good because we have 2 red cards so far. The other option would be a Battle Sliver. But that's a little bit too speculative for me. Even though I think that Battle Sliver is fine as your only sliver, just as like 5/3 for 5. I still think that in the dark I would rather go with Shift's Embrace, just because it's a little bit more powerful. I'm looking to pick up like Scroll Thieves from this point. I really like the Scroll Thief, Lightning Talons, kind of blue-red tempo deck. But let's just see what we get past and pick the Shift's Embrace here. The red seem to be open, so that's good. Not much to say here. There's a Giant Spider, which is pretty much the best card in the pack. There's also a Festering Newt though. And I do like black-red sacrifice way more than I do like green-red. So even though the power level the power level of Giant Spider I think is a little bit higher, I think I'm still gonna go for the Newt here, just because I really do like black-red sacrifice, and green-red just seems like a little bit of a stretch, I think. I mean, you just don't have that many synergies. We could still be an almost mono green deck, just splashing Flames and Shock, and then maybe not play the Shift's Embrace. This is a tough pick. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my intuition and just go for the Newt. Let's see if it's correct. Yeah, okay. So here we have to decide between Rootwaller, Messenger Drake, and Barrage of Expendables. And I think Barrage of Expendables goes pretty nicely in the black-red sacrifice deck. Rootwaller has the same problem as the Spider before, in that it is a good card, but it's a green card, which I don't really like. It's also pretty late Messenger Drake, and I do like blue a lot in this format. But we passed so much blue already that I think, and blue is so popular right now, thanks to the articles of Sam Black and other content writers, or just generally the pro community being all over blue, that drafting blue has become pretty difficult these days. Maybe we would have an option here to go for Messenger Drake, but I'm just gonna see if the sacrifice deck is open. and probably go with Child of Night here. I do like Undead Minotaur a fair amount, and Child of Night is not the actual best. Just because it's a 2-1 for 2 is not really anything to be excited about in this format. But I'm still gonna go for Child of Night just because of curve considerations. You can get enough 3-drops mostly, and even though it's not the best, I still think it's okay. So yeah, Child of Night here. And here we can pick a Minotaur. There's an Angelic Accord, which I think is better than I thought first. At first I just thought that the Angelic Accord deck was just a sort of a pipe dream, but now I actually think the deck is pretty strong. If you can get it running, there's not much that can deal with it. So yeah, we're just gonna pick the Minotaur here, and I'm gonna post the video really quickly because I have to remove a spider from my room. So hang on, I'll be back. Okay, the spider's gone. We successfully were able to pick them on that Minotaur, and here we see 2 cards that I like a lot in the blue control deck: the Council and the Elixir. And not much for us actually. So I think I might just counter draft the Elixir. As odd as this seems, the Elixir in blue control decks with a lot of card draw, this card is amazing. This card just means that you never run out of stuff to do. You just always recycle all of your cards and 1-for-1 your opponent a bunch, and then just eventually deck him or something. So I think I'm gonna de-draft this. The pack basically had nothing else for us. We didn't have any red card in the first pack. I don't remember if there was any good black card, to be honest. But yeah, what's most annoying for us here? I don't know. Maybe we end up running Frost Breath. Maybe we still end up running blue. I don't know. Let's just pick Frost Breath here. Huh. So green could have been an option, but as I said, I don't really like green. While Ricochet is an interesting sideboard card against a deck with a lot of point removal. Oh, Shortcut is nice here. Nice little pickup. I think I'm just gonna pick Demolish here, although Show Flat is a good mainboard card, and we don't have a Smelt yet, I think. Yeah, do we have a Smelt? I don't know. We saw one, but I don't want to play against Show Valor. Seismic Stomp could be a consideration if we end up more aggro. I think Wild Ricochet is really a sideboard card. Yeah, let's put Zephyr Charge here and Swamp. So we don't have much in we don't have a lot of cards that can sacrifice stuff. We have this Barrage of Expendables and this Newt, which is good to sacrifice. So we do have a decent setup for the sacrifice deck, but the deck is known by most people, so there might easily be somebody else in our plan, but we shall see. Here I think it's a pretty easy Senga Vampire. Gnawing Zombie is awesome in the in the sacrifice deck, but as I said, maybe we just don't end up running the sacrifice deck because we don't have a Tenacious D, we don't have an Act of Treason, it's just the risk is there that we maybe just don't end up running the deck. I know by passing Gnawing Zombie we're not actually making this more likely, rather the opposite. But still, I think the power level between Senga Vampire and Gnawing Zombie is just too high. Colossal Whale is a good card, and I've played it to some success already, but I'm hesitant to call it a bomb, just because in a stalled board state, and if your opponent is not blue and the board is stalled, this card actually is literally nothing. It kind of trades against one guy. They have 2 3/3s who just attack, eat the 3/3, they block it with a 3/3 and another big guy, and then you just trade against the 3/3. Yeah, I think the card's a little bit overhyped, but it's a cool card. Let me Colossal Whale, come on. Okay, so again, the choice between Blockburn and Shock. It's probably the same print run. Oh, it's interesting. I'm not very good at print runs, but that might easily be a common pattern, like Bloodburn, Shock, Claustrophobia. Now here again, we are not sure if we are the sacrifice deck or just an average black-red deck, and I think Shock is maybe just a little bit too good to pick over Bloodbath. However, I would really like to beat a Black-Red Sacrifice deck. Also, we only have 5 creatures. With the Shift's Embrace, this might be a little bit awkward, and we already have some removal spells. Yeah, this might seem crazy, but I'm actually gonna pick the Bloodbath over the Shock here. It might turn out being wrong, but I had some Black-Red Sacrifice decks that just didn't have enough sack outlets, and they were terrible. So, yeah, blue would probably have been a good choice, because we would already have been able to pick up 2 Claustrophobias in this pack. Yeah, I think we could get getting punished for not drafting the best color. I think that's what it is. As it is, I think we're just gonna go for Nightwing Shade. It's a creature, and in black-red, oftentimes you don't have enough creatures. That's what I experienced. And Lightning Talons and Wild Guess are somewhat replaceable. I mean, they're non-removal, non-interaction spells within the sacrifice deck, and you just don't have much room for those. It's another Howl of the Night pack, but yeah, for us it's just going to be the Shade. And here, yeah, we get a Maulhorn. Maulhorn is pretty strong. There's also an Altus Reap and an Academy Raider, but I think Maulhorn is probably the second or third best red common. I'm not sure if I like it better than Shock, but it might well be better. I definitely think Outrage is better, just because it kills almost any creature in the format. But yeah, Maulhorn is premium, so let's go with that. Black seems to be closed, but as I say it, there's a Life Pain Zombie popping up. There's a lot of cards for us. There's Shock, Warlord would be a consideration for the sacrifice deck. The Dragon Egg is also okay in the sacrifice deck, and there's a Life Pain Zombie too. So I think the choice is between Shock and Life Pain Zombie, and I had very good experiences with Life Pain Zombie so far. The card was just always very solid as a 3/1 Intimidate for 3, and sometimes if you get a creature, it just feels amazing. Then you just basically 2-for-1 to your opponent. So I think I'm gonna pick that. I know we're passing the second Shock, but I think Life Pain Zombie is good enough to do that. There's a Lightning Talent here, a Duress for the sideboard. Another Wild Ricochet. I don't think we need 2 really. Let's go for the Rest. Rest is a reasonable sideboard card, and another Maulhorn. Yay! Cool. Another Maulhorn is definitely good. We didn't see any acts of treason, but we only have 2 sack outlets, so they wouldn't even be that great. We would definitely pick them up. So the next 2 packs will the next pack will be where I would expect to pick up an act of treason, but you never really know. Oh, there we go. As I said it. Essence Scatter, that later pains me. I think in the blue heavy blue control deck with Elixir, you can just run any number of Essence Scatters. I would run 8 of them easily, or 9. Then just 1-for-1 everything. But yeah, for us there's still an act of treason, which is good. Another Nightwing Shade, although I don't really want to, because they're mana sinks, and another expensive guy. Yeah, sure, why not? This deck doesn't look amazing, but I think it's definitely okay. Yeah, we will see. Staff of the Mind Magus goes good with our plan of cutting cards from the blue control deck. Now we have the Staff and the Elixir. And there's still an Advocate of the Beast in this pack. This is pretty weird. So green and blue seem to be pretty open, and we're neither color. So yeah, maybe not our best performance. Just to mention it really quickly, I'm doing terrible in M14 Limited. At least in the last like 5 drafts, I won basically nothing. But in the draft before that, I won a lot. That might just be me losing and winning and losing in streaks, as I usually do in Magic. I think most people win and lose in streaks in Magic. So maybe I thought to myself, maybe if I start filming these drafts a little bit more frequently, I seem to do better when I'm recording, so that's basically why I decided to record this draft. Maybe I can like get an updraft and start doing better again. There's opportunity, which again pains me to pass, but we have a Chandra's Outrage here for us, which is very strong. I think it's the best red common, might even be the best common together with pacifism, and maybe there's an argument for divination. I can't dismiss that. Yeah, it pains me to pass this opportunity, but maybe we can wield this barrage of expendables. Yeah, let's see. We're definitely gonna wield something insane in green. Maybe we do wield this act of treason. That might very well be possible. And I think I want to have another sack outlet before I pick up the second act. I think 2 sack outlets. We have 2, right? Yeah, we have 2 sack outlets. I think 2 sack outlets and 2 acts is not what you want. I think I will prefer 3 sack outlets and 2 acts. So I think before picking up the second act, I would want another sack outlet. I know that there are more sack outlets than acts of treasons, but the acts are just not that great if you don't have the sack outlets. And Gnawing Zombie is a premium one. Maybe we're lucky and we even get a Tenacious Dead, which is very insane with Gnawing Zombie. This is actually the thing I lost most of my matches with blue control against them, just sacking Tenacious Dead over and over again. Not much for us here. We have Fire Shrieker, Festering Newt. Fire Shrieker would be kind of cool in a deck with like Lifebane Zombie, the Mole Horns. Yeah, looks decent. Festering Newt, however, works with a sacrifice theme, and we just picked up another sack outlet. So I think I'm gonna go with the Newt. Just synergy over power is the concept here. We get another shock finally. We passed so many shocks that I'm happy to get another one. Goblin Diplomats, yeah, sure. It's a nice 2-drop. It's also a fairly strong creature. Works nicely with Senke Vampire, if it's in case it's relevant. And another sack outlet. So we're kind of getting punished for not picking the act of treason, because we would have gotten another sack outlet. However, running 2 barrage of expendables is not mostly that great of a plan, because the second one is just totally useless once you have one out. But let's just pick it anyways. We might end up with enough stuff to warrant running 2 barrages, and we can always throw it into this guy. That's something I like. I like myself an Academy Raider. Here we have the choice between Diabolic Tutor and another expensive guy. I'm just gonna go for the Tutor. I don't know, maybe we end up running it. So the next pack is the one with the Act of Treason in it, right? Okay. All of the green cards are gone except for the Root Waller. So maybe there are some green drafters at the table after all. No Act of Treason. Yeah, that's sad. So we're definitely not running 2 barrage of expendables. We're running both Newts. That's a given. So we're going to run 1 barrage of expendables. Probably, maybe not even. Let's see during deck building how this turns out. Yeah, I think we could have picked up. We could have picked up the Act of Treason there, but we had 2 sack outlets at this point, and yeah, as I said, if you have 2 acts of treason and 2 sack outlets, that's not really the spot where I want to be in. But if you're thinking that if you are thinking to yourself that there are more sack outlets, you're definitely correct. So that might still have been wrong. Still, I do like this deck. It's not the best. It doesn't have that many great synergies. It has some, and it has some removal, which is always nice. Yeah, I'm satisfied with the deck. I think we could have drafted an insane blue deck in our slot, but oh well. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. If everybody thinks that, oh, now that everybody knows that blue is insane in this format, I'm just not going to draft it anymore and draft other decks like this one. Then all of a sudden blue gets underdrafted because no one wants to draft it anymore, and then you could be the one to profit. Basically, I drafted blue almost 2 weeks straight. I never drafted anything else, and then suddenly I stopped, and I tried it again, but I just ended up with terrible decks. I had like 2 opportunities and nothing else. And I know that doesn't sound too terrible, because 2 opportunities are still 2 opportunities, but if you don't have the deck around it, then your opportunity just doesn't do a whole lot. So yeah, this is what we ended up with. It's not the worst, not the worst. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the video really quickly, build my deck, and then be back to discuss it with you guys. So this is oh, I put the wrong one down. So this is what we the 22 cards that we're definitely playing. We don't have any mana sinks in this format, in this deck, so running 18 lands might be a little bit too much, especially because our curve stops at 5. However, we do have this Academy Raider, which allows us to pitch leftover lands, so we might easily just run 18. Let's go over all the options. Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike is, I don't know how good it is in our deck, because our main attackers, the Lifebane Zombie and the Molehorns, Zengir, they don't really need it, and apart from that we have a couple of 2/1s, but I don't think that having only a couple of 2/1s is really worth running Thunderstrike for. I like the card generally, but we already also have this Firecat though. Thunderstrike might be good after all, I don't know. We could just run a Wild Guess. I like the card generally, just to maybe throw away a leftover land or anything like that. I don't think we're going to run Cyclops Tyrant, that guy just seems too weak. And while Ricochet, I really want to run out of the sideboard if I see something really insane on their side. The rest I also think is a sideboard card. The Tutor just doesn't seem right in this deck, because we don't have any kind of engine that we would like to get active. It might well be that Barrage of Expendables is bad in this deck, just because we have 1 Act of Treason and that's about it. We do have the Newts. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it just for the Newts, the 1 Barrage. And the second Nightwing Shade, as I said, is not really what I want to do. For Seismic Stomp, I think we are not aggressive enough, and the Abomination is just generally unimpressive. I do like it as a curve topper, but we do have curve toppers. So I think the second Barrage, by the way, is something I would never play in this deck. If I had 3 Act of Treason, then I would think about it, but not in this setup. So Thunderstrike is the card I'm thinking about running over an 18th land, and I think it's probably correct. We only have 1 Academy Raider, so throwing leftover lands into looters is not that reliable. Apart from that, we do have Shift's Embrace and Nightwing Shade as mana sinks. Our mana is not the best, but not the worst either. Let's see. We'll probably run 9/8 in favor of Red in this deck. Yeah, I think I like that. I think Thunderstrike can definitely do some work in this deck, because of the Firecat and that we have, because of the fact that we have a couple of 2/1s. We might also just run 18 lands. I actually run 18 lands a lot in this one, but I think I'm gonna do it like this, and it's about to start immediately. Hooray! So no additional waiting time, which is always nice. So let's see what we can do with our black-red sort of sacrificey kind of deck. Not really that sure what to think about it. So we lost the Dire Road, playing against Bill Me 28. Wishing good luck. And this hand is a keep. He chooses to play first. I mentioned in an early video that I don't like going first in this format, but I'm just not sure. Even if you're a blue control deck, you might easily just have so much card draw that going first is it's just kind of a freebie for you, because you're gonna have, oh, Tom's we're gonna get milled here, and he hit 4 spells, 2 of our removals. So the mill deck, I never played against the mill deck. Let's see what it can do. Maybe the Academy Raid is bad against the mill deck because it goes through a deck faster. Yeah, about playing or drawing first. If you have enough card draw, I think you could easily just go first, and then just who? What is that? That's a strange looking deck. But that thing measures up quite nicely against the Child of Night, which I have to admit that. Yeah. As what I wanted to say, if you have enough card draw, you might easily just go first anyways, and then get the card advantage back from your card draw and not lose any tempo. Yeah, I thought he was not going to attack. So what's his 3 drop if he has one? It's a Griffin Sentinel, so why wouldn't he attack? I don't get it. We could attack and Thunderstrike here. That's something we could do. But I think I prefer running out the Diplomats, activating it next turn and allowing Child of Night to trade against Griffin Sentinel, or Goblin the Thunderstrike against Griffin Sentinel. Yeah, I think this is the better line. I don't want to go crazy with Looters against the mill deck, just to make sure. So I'm not gonna attack this turn, and the next turn I'm gonna activate Diplomats. Or yeah, he might easily just attack. Yeah, I kind of missequenced that because Diplomats are not online in time. But as it seems, he's going to attack with the Suntail Hawk. So we just take our 2 damage. We took 2 damage and 5 mills. 5 cards milled. Huh. That's a strange deck. He's doing like the milling and the attacking, kind of in tandem. So let's just swing with both of our guys. Thunderstrike the one that gets blocked, and then have Shock up, just in case. He's probably gonna block the Diplomats. Oh, the Child of Night. Okay. We're just gonna pump the Child. Maybe he has Pay No Heat, that would be annoying. And he doesn't seem to have it. So yeah, let's just pass the turn here. I haven't played against a deck running Tome Scour, at least not a dedicated Tome Scour deck. But I have seen it being. I had it cast against me sometimes before, and it was never really good. It was just always kind of a mulligan. Angelic Wall. So our attacks are officially blunted. Does that mean we should shock the Phantom Warrior right now? I think that's what it means. That's what that means. Not in his main phase though. So let's shock that guy really quickly and draw land. Then have Sengir Goblin Diplomats online. He might have a negate right now. It's definitely possible, but he doesn't. He's sort of representing Essence Scatter. But I think there's no real point in playing around that right now. So let's just run out the Sengir and then activate Diplomats during his turn. He's definitely representing an instant because he's thinking about what to play. If we activate the Diplomats, eat his Suntail Hawk, we could easily just lose it to Celestial Flare. That's another problem. So I think I'm actually just going to take the activate Diplomats and then just take the Suntail Hawk, because I don't want to lose our best attacker to Celestial Flare. The next time we can attack with everything, even maybe roast one of his blockers if he has a more impressive one. Blessing? Blessing on Angelic Wall, okay. Not really sure what that means. But I think it means that we can eat a Suntail Hawk without being afraid of losing it to Celestial Flare, so that's definitely good. Hump. Do we want to spend this Chandra's Outrage on his wall? I think we might as well do that, because the turn after that we will be able to block a Sengir. Then again, he still takes a fair amount of damage even with this wall. I don't really know. We could run out block ban and then just attack with everything, attack him for 4. But I think I want to go aggro here. Yeah, let's just roast his wall. Boom. And then just smack him. This is a strange deck. Blue-white with some controller stuff, some flyers, blessing. That's a strange deck. And he's representing a sea kite. But even with sea kite, he would have to block a Senge Vampire here. Yeah, he can't just take Senge Vampire. He would die. So he can easily attack with everything. If he has sea kite, he's just gonna use it to jump block the Senge. Yeah, sea kite doesn't help. Celestial Flare means that he loses. Celestial Flare plus another plus like a bounce spell would be good. But we shall see. Yeah, he does have the Celestial Flare, so he sacrificed the Child of Night. And then he has to have another trick, which he doesn't seem to have. Okay, so we won game 1. Some defensive cards, some flyers. A Tome Scour that seemed really out of place in the game that we just had. Stomp doesn't seem really all that great. Maybe one of these expensive cards. Maybe a Duress. The Newts might be bad, but he has these Suntail Hawks and all that stuff. Yeah, the Newts might be bad. We could wild ricochet his Tome Scour and then mill him for 10. No, let's not do that. No, let's just leave it as it is, I think. Yeah, let's just leave it as it is. Lifebane Zombie is pretty strong against him. Or at least looks to be pretty strong. Yeah, this hand is decent. He chooses to play first again. Yeah, it's a solid hand. Not the most aggressive. But we're not that like a crazy aggressive deck. And again the turn 1 Tome Scour. Okay. So all of our tomes got scoured. So tough. Do we have any graveyard interaction? I don't even think so. He had a Maulhorn and an Outrage. Yeah, maybe leaving in this Festering was just bad because it's not really a beta. And he didn't seem to. He has the Suntail Hawks though, but still just seems kind of weird. So let's just slam him. I will allow the trade. Yeah, I'll allow it, and then keep the shock up in case he has like Phantomoria something. He doesn't seem to have anything. Okay, so not having seen multiple Tome Scours or anything like that makes me more. I think it's more likely that a Academy Raider is what we want in this matchup. But I'm still gonna lead with the Undead Minotaur. We don't have that many cards in our hand that are bad right now. Only this Act of Treason, which doesn't seem to do all that much. We have no sack outlet, and he has like walls, so we could get rid of that later on. But I think right now I just want to lead with the biggest attacker. That guy too. Huh. Okay. So I think now we're just gonna slam with the Undead Minotaur. See if he has any kind of trick. Doesn't seem to have anything. And then run out the Academy Raider and pass. And from now on we can ditch leftover lands easily. I don't think that we want to throw away this Act of Treason just yet. Just because if we ever draw a sack outlet, then it could be an answer to a big guy. So he gains a life. Why does he gain a life right now? Maybe so he can F6. Okay, so now we can attack with. Attacking with this guy doesn't really do anything, so I'm just gonna attack with the Raider. Throw away this mountain. Yes, we would like to use this ability. Ah, yeah, this is the way it's templated. We draw another mountain, which we can then again throw away next turn. Now we can play a Nightwing Shade. Then on that many turn the Shade can attack next turn too. He's not under any pressure just yet. A little bit of pressure maybe, but he has three cards in hand, and he's not putting any pressure on us. He doesn't seem to have any synergy just yet. But then again, he could just go like Traumatize, Tomescour, and then we're just dead. It's always something that could happen. You never know with these Tomescour decks. But I would not suggest you drafting a Tomescour deck. I don't think this is a really good plan. Just because this card doesn't have any effect on the board. Basically and doesn't have any effect on the game until you mill the last card. It's not like Lava Axe that is combinable with your other beatdown creatures. No, deprivation. Okay. Yeah, a Lava Axe you can just you can combine with another beatdown creature to accomplish the same goal. And with Tomescour you really can't. It's like infect and non-infect damage. So let's just hit him with everybody. And I don't know if I want to pump. I would have to pump twice here. No, I don't think I'm going to. Maybe I should. It really depends on what we're drawing with this Academy Raider, but of course we don't know this yet. I could pump it twice, deal an additional damage. I don't think I want to. I think I'm gonna just throw away this mountain, or maybe the swamp. Yeah, we need 50-50 for this guy, so let's just throw away the swamp. Then we draw a shortcutter that we could run out right now, or save for the next turn. If we even wanted. I think next time we're gonna throw away this Act of Treason, because it doesn't seem to do all that much. Running out Shortcutter deals 2 more damage with the Minotaur anyways. But I think next turn we're probably going to pump this Nightwing Shade. I don't really know. Yeah, I think Act of Treason is probably bad against him, but we shall see. I don't think shocking this guy is worth it, because it does gain him some life, but unless he has a real crazy late game threat, this doesn't really bother me. He might have like a Colossal Whale. Can Colossal Whale eat itself? It would make no sense in terms of flavor, but might well be the case. So now we're just gonna slam with everything, pump the Shade 3 times, I think, and then deal 5 damage to him. Yeah, that seems okay. So pump, pump, pump. I think now we're just gonna throw away the land. We don't need any more lands basically. And the Regatham Firecat. Okay. So next turn we could run out Firecat, leave Shock up, and then not attack with the Shade. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Why is he always using this guy during his turn? I would rather use it to trade with the Goblin Showcutter, to be honest, if I were him. Phantom Warrior is something that we could shock down the line. But we shall see. We draw another mountain. Okay. So now I think I'm just gonna attack with... I want to run out this Firecat, so I'm not gonna attack with the Shade, just in case. Or maybe I should attack with the... No, he doesn't even have Celestial Flare up, so I'm not gonna attack with the Shade. I just thought that he might, if he Celestial Flares, he might sacrifice this guy. Is he going to trade for Shortcutter? I don't think he is. Ah, he is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine for me. So we are going to throw away this mountain. Drawing us... Mountain, I said. Drawing a Sengiv Empire. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna cast Sengiv Empire. So our Regatham Firecat plans are scratched. I'm not sure what he has. Maybe he has the Colossal Whale. That would be annoying, sort of. And I don't think it can eat itself. I mean, it would be a flavor fail. But Colossal Whale is a flavor fail. I mean, the guys from JudgeCast framed it quite nicely, and his eye is as big as a ship, and it's a 5-5. So a pirate ship is like a 4-3, or what was the pirate ship? Yeah, I think it was a 4-3, and it's the size of his eye, and he's a 5-5. So that doesn't really make any sense to me. Clone! Oh no! He's gonna have a Senga Vampire too. That's too bad. We don't have the Senga Vampire Monopoly anymore. Now we could shock. He always uses the Soul Mentor, so we never even have to shock it. Now if we steal the vampire, his vampire, he's going to block it with the Angelic Wall, and then it gets bigger. So I don't think this is the turn to do that. I think we're gonna do it down the line, but not yet. Let's see, that's a -1, 0, 1, 2, so we can't pump this guy big enough to trade with that. We could attack with the Minotaur, and then if he blocks with Senga with his ability on the stack, we could shock it if he runs into it. But I think it's sort of a freebie. We could just see if he runs into it and then do it if he does. I don't want to trade Senga for Senga, just because we have this Act of Treason and might draw a sack outlet. Yeah, let's see if he gets greedy. And he... Does he get greedy? Or does he smell it? He has seen the Thunderstrike, so I wouldn't block if I were him. And he doesn't. Okay, so we're gonna throw away this swamp, drawing a Thunderstrike. So let's play the Firecat and pass. Let's see what he does with his Senga. Yeah, Clone is a good one. I like Clone a lot. I will probably first pick Clone over most things. Now here, if he has the Colossal Whale, we could actually get him pretty good, because he would eat up his Senga. Blessing? For 1 he pumps it, okay. Yeah, that's kind of annoying actually. But now if we... Does he... Now he attacks with Soul Mender? Why don't you use it during your turn, as you've done before? So now if we steal his Senga, he blocks 1, he takes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think we're gonna kill him, actually. We shock it, we shock his guy, we attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with the Thunderstrike. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, let's just... Oh no, he gains a life. Huh. So... What happens if we just attack with our Senga? I think he's going to block it, and then we can Thunderstrike it. Yeah, that just seems a little bit safer. Yeah, it seems safer. So... I think then we could have pumped this Nightwing Shade too. Let's see, we can pump it 3 times, make it a 2, and then Thunderstrike. But I think I'm just gonna play this safe. I'm just gonna play it safe and attack with these guys. Yeah, I think that's correct. So he's probably going to block Senga with his Senga. Then we can Thunderstrike our Senga, which is then going to be great. Except for when he has a trick as his last card. But we have to live with that, I think. So Senga on Senga. No. Just take the damage. You can't just take the damage. Okay. So we are gonna Thunderstrike it right now, I think. Because I don't want to trade it if I have Thunderstrike. So I can't wait for him to push. Please don't have a trick. He does have a trick. He has a Spell Blast. Jeez. That's annoying. That means we have to shock his Sengdir. Yeah, that's annoying. So shock it with the trigger on the stack. I still think we're fine here. We might have thrown away a win here. That might be possible by playing it safe. But now he has 0 cards in his hand and we still have this Academy Raider going, so I still like where we are. Draw Child of Night, which is not the best, but not the worst either. So we're definitely gonna play that. And now let's see if he draws a crazy card. He does a Carpathian Knight, which is actually pretty crazy considering our attackers. Because it kind of blanks all of them and we just lost our shock. Yeah, this didn't turn out the way I expected it to, due to a stupid spell blast. So let's just attacking with this doesn't even make any sense, right? Yeah, okay, so let's just attack with the Raider. Well, what else do we have in our... Could we get milled? Is this possible? Is this a thing? Is this an existing thing? We still have like a mole horn in there, which is pretty bad again. Ooh, that was a good draw. That was definitely a very good draw. Because we get to look at his hand, haha! Now we have multiple Intimidate guys. Yeah, about the play before, I think we might have thrown it away. That's very well possible. Do we still? Which sack outlets do we still have? We still have all of them, right? All of 3. Yeah. We have 1 more Nude. We have 1 more Maulhorn. We have another Shock in there. So all around good cards, basically. How many lands? We threw away a lot. Ah yes, Claustrophobia. Okay. But we can untap that with our Act of Treason. We really want to do that. I still think I'm going to keep the Act of Treason, probably for his Carpathian Knight, and I still think I'm going to loot because we have good cards in there still. So bam. Yeah, but this is a strange game. One of the stranger ones I have played for sure. And there is something. Best Renew can at least attack. It will just get blocked by the wall, of course, but then the Nightwing Shade doesn't get blocked by the wall. So that's good. But does he have nothing? Okay. And we draw Flames of the Firebrand for the mega blowouts. Yeah, let's just deal 1. We could also deal 1 to the Angelic Wall, but it doesn't really achieve anything. So let's just do 1/1/1 and end this game. Ah man, will this game finally end? I think now he's gonna stop looting. Stop the looting. Yeah, I think now we're gonna stop the looting. Because, nah, why should we? We have good cards to draw still. Let's see, if we acted our guy, would we have again won? No, I don't think so. He's at too much life. He blocks here. We pump this guy. Yeah, I think we don't loot right now. Because we have 3 sack outlets still in here. So there's a pretty high chance, almost 50-50, that we draw it next turn. So even if he has a good creature, he just loses. But I think, yeah, okay. So that's game 1, match 1. The other ones are almost done, but I'm going to pause the video until they are done. And I'll be back with you guys for round 2. So round 2 is about to start. We're in our seat again after a quick break. And let's see if we can continue our quest of winning this tournament. I don't think our deck is the best still, but with a little bit of luck and not too many misplays, we could maybe do it. By the way, I still think there was a window in the last game to just win the game when we could Act of Treason his Sengir Vampire that he cloned. I think I didn't go through the maths too carefully there, so that might be a minor mess up. But let's not get demotivated by that. We could look at it again in the replays and then figure out if there was a window. Well, yeah, let this be a lesson to you guys. Always go through the maths properly. Never assume anything. If you think there's an avenue to victory, you can just go for it. Then do the maths. Because many times before in Magic I have done the maths wrong and lost because of that. So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to play first with this deck or not. I think with the Maulhorns and everything we could have a pretty aggressive start. Yeah, this seems okay. Definitely not gonna mulligan it against Mr. Taken here, obviously, because his name is Taken. Ha 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 ha. Let's see what he has to offer. It is an island. I'm jealous. I would have wanted island. Leave with this Child of Night here because this Goblin Shortcut has other applications later on. And is he the mono blue? No, it's blue white. 1/3 flyer. Pacifism. That's aggressive. He really doesn't want to see that Child of Night, obviously. Not sure about this Shift's Embrace. Against blue white it's pretty risky, and we have seen a couple of claustrophobias, but then again our other opponent had some of his own. Yes, Divination, okay. Yeah, this guy might easily just have another claustrophobia or something. So I think there's no real point in running out the Shift's Embrace right now. However, our alternative is just running out the Festering Newt and Goblin Shortcut, which doesn't really impress me. So I think I'm gonna take my shot. Just try it. I know it might just turn out horribly, but I think it's worth trying. Except for when our follow-ups are not really that impressive. And then sometimes people just fizzle to something like that. Don't come up with an answer and then just die horribly in a fire. Looks like a claustrophobia. Ah, time up. Yeah, that didn't turn out all that well. But oh well. Not much we could do about that. Yeah, if we would have waited one more turn, maybe he would have gone for a time map. But you never know. Now is this an air servant? No, a messenger drake. It's also not good, but we can shortcut to it, or we could just flames it. I think I want to shortcut to it first. Boom. And then swing with our Durdles. The Durdle team. Festering Newt seems terrible against him so far. So that's something that we might have to sideboard out. And let's see what he has for us. Messenger Drake is pretty strong. It's one of the reasons why blue is so good, because this card is just amazing. Ah, he attacks even. Okay, so he probably has a follow-up. Yeah, what is it? What is it? It's a Water Servant. Now if we act this, we attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, putting him to 5. Now, which is kind of a rough spot for him, I think. We do have more burn in our deck. We have Shocks and Chandra's Outrages. He's representing some kind of counter magic, I think. If we don't active, we just can't attack now, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's a tough spot, I think. But I think we have to try it. Just draw something, maybe some more burn spells or anything of that nature. At least this makes it so that he can't really attack that well anymore, because 5 life is not a ton. Yeah, if he attacks with one of his guys, doesn't have a follow up, we can kill him. But we can't really assume that. Yeah, at least it makes it so that his speed down is sort of stopped. Huh. If he goes for Colossal Whale right now, I'm gonna hate my life. Because acting a Colossal Whale is like the only thing I ever want to do in this format. So it probably has another creature. So we just take the damage from Water 70 here. It's probably gonna pump it. Yep. Let's see if he has one other guy. Can take 1 damage, blocking our 2 other guys. And he pumps it a fair amount actually. So yeah, I think he has 1 other creature, which is kind of awkward because we put him exactly to 1. Huh. He has a Master of Diversion. Okay. Ooh, Academy Raider. So that's actually interesting, because if we attack with everything, it probably looks shortcut on Master. Festering Nuke gets through, and on that Minotaur on the Messenger Drake. Then he goes to 4. We play the Academy Raider. Next turn attack and flames him. That's an avenue to victory. However, we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna take too much damage to them. Oh no. Scratch that. Master Diversion is gonna be dead. So we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, which actually lets us survive. So I think we have to go for that. Yeah, I think we have to go for it. Because otherwise, we're not gonna win the late game with the cards we have right now. I don't think. So let's hope he doesn't have a counter spell for Flames of the Firebrand, and that this line actually works out. So boom, he goes to 4, play out this thing, and see what he can do. Hope it's nothing too crazy. A removal on the Academy Raider will be disastrous. His deck seems to be kind of aggressive with the time up Master, but then again he has Divination. No, Divination is always okay in any kind of deck. Let's hope this works out. What does he have? 3. Another time up. Is it another time up? A Claustrophobe. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, but I think we had to take our shot there. We can still just draw a shock and kill him. That would be quite pleasant. What other cards can we draw that just kill him? He's probably cold to Enchantress Outrage. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He keeps a guy back here. He does. So it means he hits us for 3, 4, 5, putting us to 6. Then we have to keep the nuke back to not die. So we might even have 2 draw steps. Oh yeah, he even has another guy. A Haunted Blade Man, okay. Oh, Gnawing Zombie. Huh. Gnawing Zombie, you say. So that guy attacks for 7 and we can block. I think playing Gnawing Zombie here actually works out. Yeah, let's play Gnawing Zombie and then pass the turn. So we can block his Water Servant when he decides to attack, then gain a life, which is exactly enough to survive this, and then we can Flames him. That might work out. We might just about win this game. It's gonna be very close, but I think we can take it. And I will be pumped by that. Definitely gonna bother this Festering Nuke, doesn't seem to do anything here. Maybe even both of the nukes. Yeah, it's probably correct. We just cut both of the nukes or something rather. So let's see if he has a solution for our plan. He's going to equip. I think this is the equip mana. Yeah, okay. So it's just you have a 7/7. So far so bad. What else? What happens if we what happens if we block the, and we're definitely gonna block the Servant and then make his guy smaller, go to 2 life. We could still have Show of Valor. Show of Valor would still ruin our day. So he's going to smash us with only this guy. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. So we are going to leech him. Sacking. We could sack the newt. But the thing is, it doesn't really do all that much because there's no pump spell that gives +1/+0. There's only +2/+0, and that kills us anyways. So I think we're just gonna sack the Child of Night, leech him for 1. Yeah, right. This guy would be a 6, and then we would still die to Show of Valor. Let's hope he doesn't have Show of Valor, shall we? Please don't have Show of Valor. One time. Yes, good. No life gain. Okay, so we have him just in time. 3 and 0. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay, that's game 1 for you guys. So as I said, I'm not really a big fan of the festering newts in this matchup. Not really sure what to sideboard him though. Might just be another Nightwing Shade, maybe Duress. Yeah, pacifism and all that stuff. So maybe Duress is good. We only have 13 creatures this way, so I would like something to maybe attack through. That could be a Minotaur Abomination or a Cyclops Tyrant even. Not sure. We could always bring in a Wild Guess and just cycle away the cards that are bad. Yeah, that seems alright. Let's just do it like this. And we could have also sideboard out the Shift's Embrace, but I think the upside is just too high. And I know he has Frost Breath and Pacifism. But I think the upside of just randomly winning with Shift's Embrace just a little bit too high. He does mulligan, we don't. It's definitely a keepable hand. He goes to 5 cards even. So he leads with an island, and we do draw a Shift's Embrace. There we go. This is in a low resources game, low resources from his part. Shift's Embrace could actually do some work, because he maybe has to use a removal spell on something early. That might be possible. Did he really think about countering that, or was that just him not reacting very quickly? It's hard to tell sometimes. So let's just smack with our shortcut here. Wild Guess seems pretty loose right now. There's nothing really we want to get rid of. So let's cast the Undead Minotaur. He does counter that one, okay. Yeah, it's still gonna be a tough game to win, I think. Now we can duress him. Or do we just want to get rid of this duress with using a Wild Guess? Duress kind of protects the Shift's Embrace line, and we're probably gonna throw away this Nightwing Shade anyways. So I'm gonna start off with duressing him. See what he has in his hand. He does have Sarah and Sea Kite. Okay, so Duress was kind of a wasted one. So attacking seems pretty bad. Against Sarah Sea Kite, we could equip the Shift's Embrace to the Senge eventually. I don't think we need this Nightwing Shade just yet. Yeah, I think we'd rather just have some more lands. He had an island, so he can't even cast Serra Angel right now. And does he draw the planes? He doesn't, okay. So he's probably drew a guy, because otherwise I don't think he would be trading blows. Might have been very wrong to cast his swamp. He might have wanted the shock up It was definitely wrong, but we might get punished for that. Oh, he drew the second land, I think. So now I think it's just Sengir time. Hang on. We attack with Show Cutter, he blocks with Serra Angel. We can then shock it. But is that a good trade? We can then cast Child of Night and put Shift's Embrace on it, which seems pretty strong. We would 2-for-1 ourselves right here, but I think the shortcut is not going to be of much use anyways with this Serra Angel route, so I actually like this line a little bit better. Just get the Serra off the board. Maybe he doesn't even block, then we just cast Sengir Vampire. Yeah, he doesn't even block again. So we'll just cast the Sengir right now. And hope he sticks. Hope he doesn't draw. His last card is Nylin anyways. Hope he doesn't draw pacifism right now. Which he plays the island. And damn it. Game's going downhill from here. But we still have Child of Night, Shift's Embrace, which easily could just get us back in the game. Why doesn't he attack with Sea Kite? Maybe because he wants to block Short Cutter. That might be something. Huh. Lifebane Zombie, Shift's Embrace. Maybe even better. Well, I think the life gain from the Child of Night is going to be too important. So now again, we could attack with Short Cutter, he blocks with Sea Kite and we shock it. But that then ensures that... No, then Child of Night just trades against Serra Angel anyways. Huh. Doesn't seem very good. Then again, what is this shock really doing for us right now? This is a tough one. This is really a tough one. We could Shift's Embrace right now and block the Serra Angel. I think we really want this Shift's Embrace to land on this Child of Night, I think, because we're kind of on the back foot regarding races. So I think attacking with Short Cutter, then if we attack with Short Cutter, he blocks with Sea Kite, we can shock it. Then we play the Child of Night, and then we trade Child of Night plus Shift's Embrace for Serra Angel. That doesn't seem that great. But we're gonna trade that anyways. So the question is just whether shocking his Sea Kite is worth it. I still think the answer is no. I think I still wanna keep the shock around. So let's just pass. Man, we could really have used his Lifebane Zombie earlier instead of just a rest maybe. Huh. Yeah, his draw is pretty nice. Essence Scatter, Sea Kite, Serra, Claustrophobia, all on curve. It's pretty strong. But let's see how this turns out. What does he have? A Messenger Drake? That is very bad news for us. Because now, what does that mean? Yeah, I think now we just have to go for Shift's Embrace on this guy. Which is kind of awkward still. But now... Yeah, I think we just have to trade it with the Serra Angel, as bad as this seems. Yeah, this is an awkward game. Him having a lot of big flyers, having the Claustrophobia on our Sengir. Yeah, it's a pretty awkward game, to be honest. So he has a lot of beefy flyers in his deck. Nothing new. He could now just draw the pacifism to completely blow us out. We would have played Lifebane Zombie last turn. Now Shift's Embrace, attack for 6, and next turn attack for 5, 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is still not enough. So I think now we just have to block the Serra Angel. Just gain back some life. Yeah, I think it's all we can do here. Could also like set up Goblin Diplomats, luring the Sea Kite into the Child of Night, but then again, doesn't really seem to achieve a whole lot. Oh, that too. Jesus. Yeah, let's just run out our board. But I don't really think we can win this game from here. Our shocks our whole deck kind of seems outmatched by what he can do. Our cards just don't measure up against him very well. Like Shift's Embrace is very risky with claustrophobias and passivisms. Shock doesn't really kill any of his guys. The newts are terrible. Yeah, just basically our whole deck just seems not very well equipped to deal with his. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. This guy's first right lifelink, but not vigilant, so at least something. Now he can just attack with everything. We take like 7 damage, which is a lot. I think he should attack with the Fiend Slayer. I mean, why not? A Bloodbear. What does that mean? Huh. See, we can attack him for 3 here, and then next turn for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh. That would be exactly enough. So yeah, but we would have to draw a guy, I think. Let's see, if we attack him here, we put him to 13. The next turn we Goblin Diplomats him, block ban on Fiend Slayer, sack our Sengir. The next turn is at 13, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, we would need to draw a creature, but it is an out at least. I know he gains the 2 life as well. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can't shock this guy anyway, so I think attacking here is definitely the right play. So yeah, we could fizzle the lifelink by blocking with short card turn, then sacking it. Then he would still be at 13. We're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if we draw a guy, that could work out. I think we definitely have to Diplomats him here. And then just try to win. Maybe we can do it. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go through this once again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, if we draw a guy, we can win, I think. And if he doesn't have anything, of course, which is far from certain. So he has to attack with everything. We block his guy. We fizzle the lifelink. And go to 2. And do we have any 6 drops? I don't think so. Do we have anything that could draw us into 6 drop? Huh. I don't think we have any 6 drops, so we don't have to shock him right now. But I think it's still around the out, so we can just easily do it. So he doesn't have anything, so he's at 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's shock him. Let's shock him and hope. Let's draw a guy. One time, deck. One time. One time, just a random guy. He's still tanking? Yes! Oh, that was good. That was good. Now please don't have anything. So, sack this thing. Sack this thing. And attack for 11. Wow. Wow, that was quite a game. So if he has something, I'm gonna be really bummed. Let's make sure all of our guys are attacking. Boom. If he has something here, I'm gonna be really bummed. Yeah. Good, good. Wow. That was quite a match. almost done there. He went to 5, but his draw was really strong. Wow. Yeah, that was quite a match. I'm kind of pleased with myself, I must say. Kind of pleased with myself. Oh wow. Yeah, this is just play to your route. Just think about how you're going to win this game, and even if that means doing terrible plays, if it's something that could win you the game in a certain spot, then just go for it. Don't just always go for the most valuable play or something. Just think about how we will actually be able to win the game, and act accordingly. For example, like jump blocking prematurely if you have a lot of burn or lava axes and your opponents have 5, just to give you more turns to draw them, things like that. Just think about what you could draw to get back in the game. Wow, that was intense. That was really intense. Okay, so we're playing against Shadow Skill 72 in the finals, who won against AHB by VIS Applebee's Pizza. Okay. I don't know if that. I don't know what to do with that. But he's obviously born in 1989, which makes him 3 years younger than I am. Yeah, now you know that I'm 27. Okay, it's out there. I think there's no shame in being 27. Okay, so 40 card deck. Everything seems to be in order. Let's show some sportsmanship, shall we? This hand is a mulligan, pretty easy one. This hand, he's gonna play first. If we draw land, we can cast this annoying zombie. I think we're gonna keep that. It's a sketchy keep. Not gonna deny that, but still. And we even managed to draw land, so we can at least play this annoying zombie. What is he? There's the other black red sack deck. Yeah. So the both black red sacrifice decks are in the finals, even though there were 2 of them drafted. It kind of has to say something about this archetype. If 2 players draft it and they end up playing the finals, seems like it. So yeah, he probably has the acts. He's probably the one who got all the acts of treason. So we have to think about that and maybe play around it with leaving sacrifice outlets up. Huh. What? Why? Why? He played a land already. Why would he do that? That's just throwing away a card. He just played a 3 mana 1-point lava axe. I don't get that. Maybe it's because he thinks the act of treason is going to be. Oh, he's tired. Okay, yeah, never mind. It happens. Bad plays happen. I'm gonna definitely run out the lifebane zombie. Look at his hand. Write it down. Nice and easy. Cockatrice, 2 minotaurs, and a mountain. Okay. So a lot of. He has 1 card to block the lifebane zombie, but we can shock that. So lifebane zombie is going to be our main route to victory here, as it seems. I can't even cast a cockatrice. Okay. So 1 minotaur and 1 mountain gone, probably. Yeah. Okay. All right. We don't draw the 2nd mountain for the Maulhorn, but that might have been just a little bit too cheeky. We can use this zombie here to leech him, making this guy smaller if he blocks. But I think I would rather want the Maulhorn to be around for when we use the Festering Newt, just so that it doesn't trade against the Canyon Minotaur. So I think I'm actually just gonna attack with a Lifebane Zombie and then pass. Could split on the reason I offer, even though I'm playing badly, is we both have the same deck. I'd rather play. I am recording, so for the fans, I'd rather play. Yeah, I don't like. I do split sometimes if I think my deck is not that good. Yeah, as I said, I don't like splitting when I'm recording. It just for the sake of for you guys, just so you guys have something to watch. And also, to be fair, I would like to QP because I'm a couple of QPs away from being qualified only. For the mocks, I think I need about 3 or 4. Something like that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, this is most of the times I just say I'd rather play. If he would, it was a topic in the last limited resources, and I have to agree. If someone really wants to split and says, I have some real life obligations or anything like that, we could block with both of our guys here and then newt away his Minotaur, but actually can't even do that because if you block with both guys he's just going to kill the annoying zombie and the newt's not going to die, so scratch that. Let's draw. Yeah, that's a good draw. He still has this cockatrice in his hand and no more Minotaurs, so the cockatrice is probably gonna go down to shock. I think I'd rather play the Maulhorn here, actually, to be fair, because he's probably gonna make it so that it does trade against the Minotaur, and then we can punish him with a festering newt if he doesn't see it, and he seems to be pretty tired. So there's always a chance. There's always the chance of him messing up. I think you shouldn't play you shouldn't play expecting your opponent to mess up. That's not that big of a tech, but you might as well. Okay, so we can't respond to that. Not because they are split second, but for other reasons. I'm gonna keep both of his Minotaurs back, so he can block with one, don't trade with it, or he can block with both and trade for both of them. So I think in both ways he's kind of screwed, actually. So let's just slam with that. See what he can come up with. One Minotaur, okay. So we target him, sacrifice the newt, and shrink his Minotaur. And eat it up. He's probably gonna sack it into the cauldron. He should sack it into the cauldron. Yeah, okay. So next turn we're gonna be able to trade a Maulhorn for the other Minotaur, and if he has the land for the cockatrice, we're just gonna shock it right now. It's probably what he's going to do. Yeah, okay. So let's just wait until the end of his turn. And then shock this guy. Let's see, is there any point in attacking with the annoying zombie? He would take 5. No, I think with the cauldron he's on too high of a life total that this would really matter. Oh, well, hello there. Now we could attack with both and just thunder strike something. I think it's what we're going to do, as long as he's tapped out. I think this is fine. I think. I mean, we're missing on a turn cast, missing out on a turn casting Senge Vampire, but still, I think this is one of the best applications for Thunderstrike that we can get, because okay, there's a Tenacious Dead, and what else? 3. 3 mana. What else could he have? Something that trades with Molehorn? Nah, he's not doing it, obviously. Okay. So now we just attack with both. Then maybe lead with the Shade even. Because him tapping mana kind of makes me think he could have removal and would just wait here to see if we yeah, maybe he just has a removal spell and just wants to wait to see if what our real threat is. So I think casting Nightwing Shade here might make him then again Nightwing Shade is let me close the window. Then again Nightwing Shade is it's kind of the same thing actually. Actually it does more damage than Zenka Vampire here. So I'm just gonna run out the Vampire and don't care about that. About him tapping mana. His deck seems sweet. Cauldron Tenacious D is definitely strong. We could easily use that to have Chandra's Outrage here. No, it's a Academy Raider, okay. That's why we tap mana before. Mana 4 before we draw the Chandra's Outrage, which is good because we can get now we can get rid of the Tenacious deck if we want to. Let's see, he's just gonna sack it to the Cauldron and return it after blocking here, so he doesn't really take any damage. So I think this is what we have to do. Get rid of his stupid Tenacious debt. Because it's only costing him 3 mana each turn, and he's blanking 2 of our attackers with it. So I think this is probably the correct play. Yeah, it's an annoying little card. I like picking this up pretty early actually. Yeah, I pick it early just because it works so well in this deck. Yeah, now we have him under a fair bit of pressure. He's still going to be able to loot, so depending on what he has, and he probably has all the Acts of Treason, so that's definitely something to consider. But we have this Gnawing Zombie which kind of mitigates it. Draws Barrage of Expendables, which is not really what he wants to, I think. With his Tenacious D gone and he already has a Sack Outlet. Don't think Barrage is doing a whole lot for him here. Okay, so that's something. We might just slam that. It's bad against Active Treason, but we can hedge against that a little bit by playing it on our weakest guy. No, hang on. We're attacking with everything. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. And if we played Nightwing Shade, we don't have the mana up to sack. So I think, yeah, I think all in all, I'd rather play it right now and not pump, just to hedge against the Active Treason. I just keeps okay. So the other sacrifice deck, as it seems, more sack outlets against the sacrifice deck is definitely strong. Festering Newts I want to keep in, just because there could be a window of us killing the Tenacious Dead. What else? Lifebane Zombie is not great against him. Academy Raider is not great against him. Maybe both of these cards are actively weak, but he doesn't seem to have that many guys. Yeah, I think Lifebane Zombie is fine, but Academy Raider just might be a little bit too weak. Maybe he has a lot of removal, so we can board him Wild Ricochet. Maybe the rest is stronger here again, because he's relying on sacrifice outlets to make his cards good. So I think this is an easy switch. Yeah, the Raider just gets blunted by many of his creatures, like Academy Minotaurs and all that stuff. Apart from that, I think I'm gonna keep it like this. Maybe there's an argument for Elixir, just because the matchup is really grindy, but I think he has the better late game than we do. We have more aggro, but he seems to have more sacrifice interactions with the Tenacious Deaths and all that stuff. This was an easy mulligan, by the way, and I'm gonna keep that even though it's not the best. And it just got worse due to a Festering Newt action. We could even just shock that. But I think I want to see what's up first. Vile Rebirth. Well, that doesn't do anything against us. But we can get the Molten Birth. Okay, yes. Minotaur, Vile Rebirth, Canyon, Mountain, and we're gonna take the Molten Birth from him. So next turn, Vile Rebirth has to remove a creature, I think. So he could keep him from playing it. He did play the Mountain. Yeah, always keep track of the cards that your opponent has in his hand if you successfully arrest him. None of our shocks are gonna kill none of his creatures, so it might just be correct to shock the newt and then cast the Child of Night. Because that newt is gonna get one of our 2-drops anyways. Or we could just play the Child of Night and just block it, I think. And he's going to. Yeah, I think I'd rather trade it against the Child of Night here. It gets his Vile Rebirth online, but it does do that anyways because he can just remove his own newt. Yeah, Vile Rebirth is a nice sideboard card against this kind of deck. If he attacks here, I'm just going to take it. And attack back with the Child of Night. We do know that he doesn't have a 3-drop. At least not before. His newest card will have to be a 3-drop. Yeah, Vile Rebirth is a strong card against this kind of deck, but not our kind of, because it deals with Tenacious D, and it's one of the only cards that does trade with it. But I think in our iteration of the deck, it's not the best. That might have been wrong to attack here, but he doesn't even block. Okay. So yeah, because we have Diplomats, I think it could be an idea to just let the Festering Newt attack and then just never make it so that it's never able to trade with our guys. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, I think. So now he has another land. He's just gonna cast Canyon Minotaur probably. Yeah. Okay. So next turn we're gonna Goblin Diplomats him, and then Thunderstrike on his Minotaur. Thunderstrike on our Child of Night blocking his Minotaur, and then crack back with both of our guys. I think that's what we want to do. So each guy has to attack. Attacks with both. We block this guy and then Thunderstrike it. This one, please. Yeah, okay. Strike. Boom. Please don't draw a shock. So he still has a Minotaur Abomination and Vile Rebirth. So if we attack with both, he's probably going to Vile Rebirth blocking something, but then we can shock the zombie token. And place something else. Academy Raider, okay. Yeah, I think now we're just gonna shock the Academy Raider right away and play the Life Bane and attack with both. Let's see what he has drawn first. So yes, Vile Rebirth, Minotaur, A-Bomb and Act. Okay. So none of these really does much against us right now. You could act Goblin Diplomats. No, that doesn't even do anything. Oh man, I'm so stupid. Now I can just Vile Rebirth and trade against. Yeah, that was stupid. But actually, no, to be honest, I don't like that, but at least it can't block my Lifebane zombie. I hope it blocks the Child of Night. I think we shouldn't have attacked with the Diplomats. Oh, it does block the Child of Night. Great. That means we can still apply pressure. Yeah, forget everything I just said about knowing what your opponents have in hand being worth anything, because I write it down and everything, because obviously I just don't do it anyways. So let that be an example. Just don't listen to me, but don't do the same thing I do on camera, because I just keep not acting to according to my strategy tips. So he didn't seem to have any kind of mind rot action. Now, it will get both of the cards anyway, so there's no real point. I don't want to trade with both of my guys, I'm just going to diplomat this guy. So he has Act Minotaur and something else. And this something else is a Doomblade. Yeah, let's just activate this guy in response to be all the funsies. So it's kind of a stall here. Yeah, now he has acted the Minotaur. It's kind of a stall game. Senge would be nice. That's not a Senge. I don't want to trade the Life Pain Zombie for Festering Newt here. Not really. And he doesn't draw much as well. He draw an Annoying Zombie, which is nice because it's protection from active treason and it can attack through the Newt. But attacking through the Newt is not really that desirable because it then again kills the Life Pain Zombie. Man, Newt is really good against us. I just figured that out. Does he have another Vile Rebirth? He really expects us to play a lot of Tenacious D's, but we don't have any. So okay, now he has the Minotaur Abomination online, so we have to do something about that. Here it comes. Yeah, we probably should board in our own Minotaur Abomination in this matchup. Life Pain Zombie just seems really terrible right now. Come on. Let's F3. Maybe he goes for act on the Annoying Zombie after we have 6th. Looks like it's what he wants to do. Yeah. Because now he might think we have 6th. Meta games going on here. And what will it be? No. No. Let's not steal my guy. And now I think we just trade with the zombie, right? He attacks with it. I mean, Life Pain Zombie gets kind of blanked by the Newt anyways. So now we just have to find a way to deal with the Abomination, which we don't. Fine, okay. We do have a lot of life, and we still have like Senge and Maulhorn, which sort of deals with it. But I'm not gonna pretend that we're in a great spot right now. Especially not by drawing lands only. Lands and only lands is not what we want right now. Let's see if we can do something about that. Shift's Embrace. Now I wish I had this Life Pain Zombie around. Man, I'm playing sloppy. Playing really sloppily. Yeah, now I actually feel terrible to have traded away this guy and not just shock the zombie. Vampire Warlord. Okay. Now what happens if we shock that right now? The Newt is going to die. Oh, we have our own Newt. Cool. Now he could generate. Now he could make a huge flying Newt. So let's see how huge exactly. 1, 2, 3. Attacking for 6 next turn. So 6, 12, 14. Oh, doesn't seem to be enough. Too bad. So what happens if we play Newt right now, block the vampire and kill his Newt? Then we can shock his vampire and he would have to sacrifice his Minotaur for it. So I think I'm gonna do that and save the Shift's Embrace for a bigger guy. Yeah, I think that's the best plan. But trading away this Life Pain Zombie really cost us this time. Yeah, this is about what I said before, playing to your routes and stuff. We should have known that Shift's Embrace is something that could win us this game and keep the creature hanging around, so that was again pretty bad. Not showing our best magic in this game, that's for sure. So now he just attacks with this, so we block here, kill off the newt, and then when he goes to regenerate his vampire guy, we can shock it in response. Yeah, okay, shock it. So we probably get this guy off the board because it just seems weaker than a Minotaur Abomination right now. And if he wouldn't have done it, it would have been a pretty strong indicator that he has another act of treason. Let's see if he drew anything relevant, which seems like it. Firecat is definitely something relevant. Bloodburn with Shift's Embrace on it. Deals 4/7 to him next turn. I think it's our only shot. I think it's our only real shot. And I'm even gonna take the 8, I think. Just because I don't want to trade it against the Firecat. Huh. That might be greedy though. What can we draw? Draw more a creature, and we can trade that creature against Firecat. Okay. Yeah, so we're probably dead. Yeah, pretty much dead. Okay. So we played pretty terribly this game. But it happens. It happens. Maybe the newts are very good against us, and all of our X1s seem to be pretty terrible, especially Lifebane Zombie. Again, Lifebane Zombie at least wears auras and all that stuff nicely. I think we want a Minotaur Abomination just to have some beef for the late game. Academy Raider still seems terrible. I'm actually probably just gonna cut this Lifebane Zombie here. It's also hard to cast and just doesn't seem worth it overall. Yeah, apart from that, I don't think there's while Ricochet could be good against his. He only showed us the only removal he showed us was Doomblade, and it's not even good against Doomblade because Doomblade doesn't have that many great targets against him. So I think this is a straight switch, should be okay. And I think I don't even want to go first here. Firecat might also be terrible. It's something else. Could bought that for Nightwing Shade, but I think just in this newt mirror, the Firecat just seems terrible. But still, he might not have a newt, and we don't know how many newts he really has. And I think I like Firecat more than Lifebane Zombie just because of the upside of hitting for more. It's also an interesting question. Maybe Diabolic Tutor because the matchup is so slow. Then again, it's not really that slow. I think I'm still gonna play first. And this hand is fine. Definitely blow our potential with the Flames of the Firebrand. And damage potential with Act of Treason plus Regular and Firecat. So don't go land new, please. No newts. Come on. Yes, good. No newts is definitely good for us. We have Child of Night online, and he has Young Pyromancer. So we might just no, it doesn't even matter because he's not going to trade it in a million years. Not in a million years. The next turn, if he goes for another guy, we can roast his Pyromancer and something else. No, he's never going to trade it here. So now we can cast Firecat and next turn burn his board and attack him for a bunch, and that should hopefully turn out to be something good for us. So now I would like him to play like just a random 2/2, like a Blur Slaver. But the chances are he's just playing a newt right now, or a Bloodburn, which is also awkward. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's something. I think now we... Huh. If we attack with Child of Night, he could trade it for the Pyromancer. The problem is if we flames here, he's just going to sack the young Pyromancer's block ban. And then we don't get his blood burn, then he can block the child and trade, or block the Firecat and trade, and all of that is not going to be the best for us, I think. So I think casting Barrage here, setting up for Act of Treason next turn, acting this, pinging this away and attacking him for 6 is going to be a little bit better. I know we have to draw a mountain for that, but I still think it's worth it. Now if he goes Act of Treason next turn, that might be a problem, because he's gonna get a token, and he could easily do that. He seems to have a lot more acts than we do. But yeah, I'm not sure. These Maulhorns are hopefully gonna do a lot of work. What is he attacking with? I'm gonna block the Bloodburn with the Record Firecat, pretty much for sure. Oh, he does nothing, okay. And we don't draw the land. So now I think I just want to cast Minotaur, probably. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cast a Minotaur here. Just build our board and wait until we draw the second red, so that we can do a sweet trick. Pyromancer does get out of hand in late game. I don't wanna. Yeah, that's not the best. So now his Bloodburn is a sort of a threat. That's the wrong land. So this is pretty convoluted here. So if we now Act of Treason doesn't really do anything right here, and attacking seems terrible, just because he can easily block any of our guys. No, I think we just, let's see, if we attack with Firecat, no, he just blocks it. If we attack with Undead Minotaur, he can block it, sack Tenacious D, get it back, and then do it all over again. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just have to hope that he doesn't draw into Act of Treason anytime soon, which is a lot to hope for. But, we draw a Newt. That's good. Drawing a Newt is fine here. So now can we get rid of the Tenacious D? Let's see. So if we attack with Minotaur, he either blocks it with Tenacious D or blocks it with Bloodburn, sacking Tenacious D, getting it back. And if he does that, his Bloodburn is going to be a 6/6, which is still too big. Now I think I'm just going to run out the Newt here. This is a complicated game. I don't know why he doesn't want to play it. I think it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I wanna get this Bloodburn with Act of Treason before I do anything else, I think. Now he might have the big Minotaur. What happens if he attacks with Bloodburn here? He doesn't seem to have anything. So if we kill off the Pyromancer and the Tenacious D, he's gonna get back the Tenacious D. Then next turn, if we can active. What happens if we Act of Treason this guy? So now we can shoot Tenacious D and young Pyromancer, and then attack him for a bunch. I still think I want to hang on. I want this Bloodburn off the board. There we go. Okay. So let's Act of Treason the Bloodburn, I think. Yeah. Let's do that. Hang on. Now we could actually cast a mole horn here first, and then do that whole trick. Or cast multiple mole horns. I think there's a big chance he just has Doomblade in his hand. But let's see. Yeah, I want to cast the mole horn first. I want to get more damage through in the turn where I play Active Treason, I think. So mole horn, go. I think our Active Treason is not really telegraphed as well. You might just easily have a Doomblade right now that I didn't want to play before, but still Doomblade on Maulhorn doesn't seem like the best. But as long as we tapped out, it does seem good. Oh. Yeah, he probably has a remover for the Maulhorn right now. 4, 5. Probably a Volcanic Geyser. Geyser on Maulhorn. That won't make sense. Yeah, it's probably next bad. Yeah, okay, these guys are in the Maulhorn. That's fine. We have another one. This Blockburn is really hard for us right now. Okay, he even has a Vile Rebirth, so we might get punished for not dealing with the Pyromancer in time. That's probably what's happening here. We still have this Flames of the Firebrand though. That could do something. He also has another Firecat. So how do we actually win this game? Maybe just with Flyers? Huh. Oh, or with our own Bloodburn. Huh. So now we could steal the Bloodburn. Yeah, wow, this is intense. This is too much for me. Too much thinking. How do we win this game? I think we win this game with Flyers. Eventually. But playing the Maulhorn right now, and the next turn Act of Treason his Bloodburn, sacking it to the barrage, killing off some blockers for the Bloodburn, and during his turn just killing off Young Pyromancer and the Regathon Firecat during his upkeep actually. I know we can't do that, right? Yeah, no, we can't do that. We could play our own Bloodburn right now. That's also an idea. Yeah, I think I want to cancel. I think I want to do that right now, and then just during his upkeep get rid of his Young Pyromancer and his Firecat. I think that's the best play we can do here. So during his upkeep I deal 1 to this, sack this, deal 1 to -1 to this. And he's gonna sack both of them to Bloodburn. And the attack is for 6, but that's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He's actually going to be able to do a ton of damage to us if he desires to do so. So we're going to have to take care of this Bloodburn eventually. Probably just next turn. Yeah, that was... Why did we do that during his upkeep? Is there any reason for that? Maybe because we want him to attack. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Could do 20 damage to us. Well, if he taps out a bunch, I'm actually fine with that. Yeah, if he taps up a bunch, we actually have a window to kill off his Tenacious D, maybe. He's definitely going to do it sometimes. So he's definitely going to do a couple of loops here. Question is if he goes all in. It's not going to be lethal, that's for sure. Right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. No. No, it's not going to be lethal. So now I think we're just going to act his Bloodburn right now. And then... yeah, we're going to definitely act the Bloodburn. And then kill off his some of his dudes. Oh yes, something in response. Maybe an Altus Read, but that doesn't cost 4. A Wild Ricochet. Oh, that's bad news. Huh. Yeah, that's very bad news. Huh. Can we do anything about that? Don't think so. It's a sorcery, right? No. Oh man, he really gets us here. This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, he gets our own Bloodburn that he can then just sacrifice to his Bloodburn. Probably the Minotaur. Yeah, it's probably gonna get the Minotaur as well. Man, this game is a real headache. Now I know why he didn't want to play it. So we could right now shoot, sack the Bloodburn, our own Bloodburn, to kill something. But that then would mean that we have no red mana up to sacrifice his Bloodburn once we get it, and that's what we really want to do here. So this, why didn't we? Oh, that's his Bloodburn. Hang on. I don't get it. Shadowscape changes targets of active trees to Bloodburn. Shadowscape puts a copy of... I don't know. That must be... That's his Bloodburn still, because his Bloodburn was the one that attacked. I really don't get it as well. Yeah, that's very convoluting. Well, let's just act accordingly, shall we? So attacking right now seems pretty bad. Yeah, hang on, I'm just gonna go through with it just quick. So after some talking, he was kind enough to split and leave me with the QP, which is nice, because really, that game was just such a mess. What was his name again? Jeez. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop recording here, and I'm just gonna stop recording here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was Dom doing another 8-4 draft with a very weird ending. I really don't know what happened with this Wild Ricochet right there. Just maybe it was some sort of a bug, but he was he was tired and wanted to go to sleep. He offered to split. I offered it back to him, and he agreed. I think we were not in the best position, but anything could have happened really. So I just decided to split. But yeah, this game was really a headache. But anyways.